Fuck them. We got our own duet. We don't need them hoes. Fuck all them hoes.
Who need them? We Milli Vanilli sisters.
Right? Biggie voice. Fuck all them hoes.
What's up, homie?
Everything is surviving. We're making it. Making it.
You making it?
Mhm.
Surviving.
Yeah. Keeping our head above water. Making a way when we can.
Temporary layoff.
Good time. Yeah, child. Making it, but doing things that we, that hadn't been done and needed to, so that's good.
Girl, look here. I'm trying to find me a hustle. I'm trying to go in my old 30-year ago bag. Like, what hustle do I got?
Girl, it's time to pull it out. Pull it out. bitch, I'm trying to see what my avenue is. Might as well figure that shit out. I know people think I be, hating and whatnot. I just be talking shit and be the truth. But I'm gonna need to find my hustle. I'm gonna need to survive. You know what I mean? The roof gotta still be over the head. You know what I mean? If catastrophe happen, who we all gonna call? You know? Unbeknownst to the president, the protecting yourself against a hurricane might not work. The poke might not work against the hurricane. That nigga did a whole ass speech talking about this hurricane season is widely approaching. The best way to protect yourself is to go get some shit. I was like, wait, what? Wait, hold up. So the hurricane only gonna get the people that haven't been. I don't know. Okay.
Have they tried that? Did they say that? I don't watch it.
I don't either, but I got the clip. I didn't watch the whole goddamn thing because I don't watch it no more. I don't watch it no more.
Did they say the hurricane gonna get the unvaccinated?
No. President Biden did a big old speech about the coming hurricane season, and he was basically saying, just to paraphrase, he said the best way to protect yourself is to go and get poked. He really said that shit, bitch. Black people was like, make sense. What are you talking about right now?
I know what he talking about. Relief. That's what he talking about.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
You gonna need to show us
Exactly.
I'm gonna show their ass my bank card.
Exactly. Girl, I don't know if I be watching, but your brother was considering getting one of the fake cards. I was like, be careful. I was like, they using that as an excuse to profile motherfuckers and put them in jail. So. And he's like, well, we have to show it. I was like, I don't want to be one of them old people that get got because we trying to, just wait and see because people suing and stuff. They might have to, might not, but they might have to reverse it and say, guess what, we can't enforce this. So, but then the people that got poked gonna be upset that they, because they know, ain't no, yeah. Yeah.
I'm already saying they're going to force
yeah.
I'm going to have to get it.
Yeah.
I know
yeah. And the irony is that if it does happen, Goddess allow, instead of God forbid, but Goddess allow, if it does happen that the lawsuits and all that and the whoever powerful is saying I'm not doing it, if they speak up and whatever happens, then we going to get further ostracized because they going to be extra mad that they can't reverse because it's a point of no return, And I get that. I really do. Because if we, we even discuss it because people are being forced. I know countless people that to keep their jobs, they've done it. But I'm like, them people gonna be so upset if time.
That's why they ain't gonna switch it. That's why they ain't gonna never
right.
never stop
Right.
A few years, so they can get everybody.
Right. But
I'm already there. I'm already like.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna work around for as long as I possibly can. Hopefully I can make it, because I know they corner people, and I think people don't understand that. I understand that. I only be talking shit to people that be trying to entice other people against their best interest. But I don't have no problem with people that choose it. And again, in fact, I hope their powerful mind makes their body actually follow suit and fight stuff. But bitch, and when I listen to some of the people. You know how they like to chastise our research and what have you. And I start listening to them and I'm like, yo, this person is really talking about people haven't done research. And they start citing data from outside of America. And I'm like, they clearly didn't research one other country other than America. Not one. But I get it. Again, we both get it. We know what it is. It is what it is. And they passed the net neutrality, so now they shutting down. It ain't like, ooh, let me tiptoe around this. If you say one wrong motherfucking trigger word, you gone. They don't even just silence means occasional people no more. If you say one of the catchphrases, bitch, they serious right now, and they not even tiptoeing. Like, maybe you. I'm like, I think my agent might have a little crush on me because he be letting me get away with some stuff sometimes. Most of the time he don't, but every now and then, when somebody be like, oh, I'm surprised I ain't get this. Me too. I was like, I think my agent got a crush on me now. I be talking sweet to him when ain't nobody around. I be looking at my devices talking sweet. I was gonna say, I know it's gonna be a man. You know, I want to see a picture when it's through.
Why is your phone going in and out? Like you said, I know it's gonna be didn't you sound like that?
I don't know. I'm where I'm still. I ain't even moving nowhere. When all I got is the phone to communicate without it being with being only half police. Then
I know that's
that's all, you know, shit. But I'm gonna go back to writing, bitch. I'm going to my mailing letters again. Cause this some bullshit. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even know. I was like, what's going on? You know, one of the Chicago, no, more than one, about 2 or 3 of Chicago Postal things still got mail, bitch, from the election 2 years ago, just before everything went awry. When Trump put his guy at the post office, and he's still there. People don't realize that bitch still there. So yeah, they got stuff. They got mail and Christmas presents, cause you know it was just before the holidays too. But it's cool. We thrive. We gonna survive, and then when we get through surviving, we gonna thrive. He making it. He having off and on, little medical issues, maybe outbreaks, maybe what was the shingles or what was said to be the shingles, but he just have a hive every now and then.
Oh, okay.
And
stress could induce that.
Oh, absolutely, and it's doing it. It's exactly where it's coming from, and the whole, the process of the job. You know, he don't be trying to get people fired or nothing, but when it's enough, it's enough, and they value him enough. He's like, I'm telling you, letting you right now, because I don't want it to be work abandonment. He's like, I'm applying for a job Friday, so I won't be in. And they were like, no, don't do that just yet. Don't do that just yet. And they're like, look. So they told him that they had a fake ad out for the manager that he had issues with, and that manager applied for it. So they know he on some bullshit anyway. But we just fair. Okay, be on whatever bullshit y'all gonna be on, but don't do me. Don't do me. I need this job, but I don't need this job. You know what I mean? I've been financially responsible where we can survive until we get a replacement. So I know these are trying times, but it ain't worth our mental wellness. It ain't worth that. Oh, they been sending emails every week. Like, it started out like, oh, you can get vaccinated and this and this and that. Then it became, oh, we're gonna have a vaccination booth where you can come and get yours free of charge. Of course, they promoting that free of charge or whatever. It's like, okay, if they do the thing where they said you have to get jabbed or you have to get checked every week, I told him you ain't getting checked either because they giving it to people through the test. So fuck that too. Okay, so whatever. It's if they want you or they don't. And he tries to be a fair person. And he told me, as a matter of fact, he told me last night. He's like, I know sometimes you think they might be kind of getting to me. He's like, but I just be weighing stuff out, and I know that. I understand that. So I'm glad he said that though, because I was like, that ain't gonna work out for me. And I'm so glad. I'm worried about my family every day. You know what I mean? Every day I'm worried about them, and I just when I talk to them like I feel secure that they are quote unquote protected, because I want their minds to believe that, so that their bodies will follow suit. But when I tell you, 2 of them for sure, they got what I believe is side effects like a motherfucker, but it's always set up so that it can be blamed on some pre-existing situation. So, but I'm so worried about them too. And like I said, I believe it got my uncle, but cause all my family, that's the Bible Belt. They gonna do what white Jesus say. So that I ain't even try, on that front. But I talk to my dad more than I used to because we sent them a phone for, like hard of hearing. And I'm so glad because it works, you know what I mean? So he'll sometimes say, well, he's like, what you growing in your garden? He was like, well, I want you to bring one to me. And so that girl, that'd be breaking me down. I'd be breaking down crying because I know he want me to. He's like, I don't want to go to your funeral too. I was like, I don't want to go to my funeral. I don't want you going to my funeral neither, Daddy. Oh, girl, I was just crying, but I was keeping my voice together. We was laughing because we was laughing. We sang together, bitch. It was so. Girl, we was singing Johnny Mathis and fucking shit. And I know I know he thought I didn't know it, but he said, oh, that was a beautiful.
What was it, Chances Are?
We sang part of Chances Are, but we sang Misty. We sang a whole verse. We sang a whole fucking verse of Misty together, bitch. And I was like crying like a bitch. He didn't hear me or nothing. But I was like, oh my God, I'm singing with my daddy. This ain't never happened.
Ain't that beautiful? That's beautiful.
Girl.
You can't dance with your father, but you can show sing with him.
Oh my God, bitch. I was just crying like a bitch.
Oh,
so, yeah. And
so glad.
Me too.
I'm so glad.
Took the boys over on his birthday because they haven't seen them since before K-19, right? And he said something slick. Take that back. They saw each other at the funeral. But she said he said something slick about his last birthday. So she said she ignored. She just kept pushing past. I was like, oh, good. I was like, he better not try that conversation with me. But me and my daddy I'll be like, low key. I don't know if this dementia shit is what they think it is. I don't know if he is gone as everybody say. Cause I be having an hour-long conversation with my daddy, and even though it ventures sometimes, I know my daddy, and he the one taught us to be so cerebral. And so sometimes he'll say something. He'll say like, oh, he'll say something ridiculous. I such and such and such, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that, cause it's something that don't make sense. I didn't know that. He's like, oh, you didn't know that? I was like, no, I didn't know that. And then so we'll keep talking about it, and I won't never give in. I think he's trying to see if I think like everybody else think that he got Alzheimer's, but he don't have it like they think. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, oh well, I didn't know that, because I think people that believe it will be like, oh okay, they'll go along with it. And so So eventually he said, you didn't know that? And I was like, no. He's like, I was just pulling your leg. And so I was like, I know. I was like, I know my daddy. Yeah.
He know he pulling their leg. He'll be thinking like, now see, this some bullshit.
Yeah.
They got the
treat me like I'm a
2-year-old.
dementia. Like I'm a dementia invalid or some shit. He's like, my baby girl knows. She know what the fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
I know who to talk to.
Yeah. And I'll be like, for real, daddy. I was like, daddy. No. And I remember what he was telling me one time that he said something really insensitive about my mama wanted him to die so she could something. He said, I was like, no, you're not finna do. I literally said, I came into my adult. Sometimes he make me turn into an adult on his ass, and he ain't used to that because I already been home. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, no, what you not finna do? I was like, that's mean. That's the meanest thing you could find to say. And I don't appreciate that. I don't think that's not true at all. And so he'll change the subject, and I was like, oh yeah. He felt that tongue lash. He got in trouble. He got a whooping from his daughter. Role reversal, bitch.
Vice versa. The roles reversed. I'm in trouble.
For real. Yeah. But I think got some very minor long hauler symptoms, and my mama got some. She got some shit going on, like she got knots. Yeah, she got knots on either side of her head. Oh, and one of the dudes that went to the other shop the last couple of weeks, both of them dudes came back yesterday, right? One of them this was the guy we told you had got his shot when they was first getting it. Remember I said he think he got a buddy that worked at the hospital, and he was able to, and he had Bell's palsy. He got Bell's palsy. And everybody was like, yeah. And everybody was like, they couldn't really see because of the mask or whatever. So anyway, they came back yesterday, and they had moved them, I guess, since they got back. But anyway, that shit done reverted. He's like, we wasn't sure. We trying to figure out if it got better or whatever. He's like, but I don't know what's going on over there, because they was only over there for 2 weeks. He's like, I don't know what's going on over there, or if that's just from his shot still kicking in. He was like, but that shit done got worse. I was like, they done forgot all about that one. But okay, and there was one guy that he had C-word, and so they were trying to encourage him. They was like, don't think that, don't give up so fast. But he done had 2 bouts with it, but he was like, it's back. I know it's back. Because I just don't like to put it in the universe.
Join the N-word.
Yeah, I put it with the N-word because I just don't. But it's different. I don't want to put it in the universe. I'm all healing. Yeah, healing. It's a healing necessity right now. So, but so he was like, it seemed like he done lost, he just was like, it's back. I know, you could tell it wasn't he was like, I know it's back. I knew thing, because ain't nobody gonna address that. So we look and we like, that's how they get with the pre-existing condition. Them sometimes the stuff be reigniting stuff that was dormant and might have stayed dormant the rest of your damn life. And I'm low-key, I don't want anything bad to happen to these people, and I don't even discourage people from getting it either, because that's a whole nother set of issues. Because now if you go to the doctor hospital, they gonna surely, your life need to fit the narrative, so.
Girl, they ain't even letting you in if you got symptoms.
Now, the point I was about to make was, they don't even treat it. You just said you couldn't even go in.
Right.
So they don't even treat it. And when they send your bitch ass home, they don't even suggest so much as Robitussin, bitch. So they not even interested in treating it. Like, they don't even suggest a fucking cough medicine. You know what I mean? They don't suggest rubbing NyQuil on your chest, nothing. They don't give no recommendation for healing
They ain't interested.
because they ain't interested. My tomboy used to watch it, but I didn't, but I guess I still had too much estrogen to stay with it. But I used to watch it Wonder Years. I think it was my rebelling against Leave It to Beaver because all the boys like Leave It to Beaver, but I couldn't. I like Leave It to Beaver too, though. I have to say, so never mind. But I didn't like it as much as they did, or as much as they liked. Let's see, Three Stooges. That was a boy thing too. So which I still don't get. Girl, when it came on one time and I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's one thing my tomboy didn't get. And he was just laughing. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I was like, this is the stupidest shit.
I used to like them.
They was quick with it. Yeah, they was quick with it. So, and the physical comedy was incomparable, really. And they went all in. I'm sure they risked injury on more than one occasion. So, and back then, And back then, talent really was triple threat. Like, everybody you saw acting really could dance, sing, and do their own stunts. Like that back then. There wasn't no body doubles every time you had to jump off a curb. The sidewalk. You get a body double. I'm not jumping off that sidewalk. That's a whole 8 inches high. Fuck that. Body double. I was like, I don't tell people don't get it because I don't want them to get neglected because no suggestion I made. No way. You know what I mean? So
I ain't even mad at nobody.
I'm not either. Half of them are on the board, and I was like, the other half really believe it. So it's okay either way.
The thing is, I wish they shut the fuck up about it. It's like, hey man, if you get it, great. If you don't,
Right.
great. Shut the fuck up and
Right.
keep it moving. I'm so
Right.
tired of talking about that
Right. I don't even care one way or the other, but I think I do. I don't think. I definitely get triggered when I see somebody encouraging other people that you've assumed that even if they haven't done no research, whatever they know about whatever they know is all they know, and that's how they want to protect themselves, then that should be good enough. Like you said, don't talk. It's whatever if you do or don't. But I think I have a tendency to respond to people that chastise other people for their decision. You know what I mean? I literally told somebody this morning, I was like, what's interesting is the people that chose not to, they simply chose not to. And at worst, they kind of maybe shrug their shoulders, laugh at the most at people that got it and be like, oh, y'all ain't okay. But the people that got it, they're the ones so aggressively mad at the ones who didn't. Like, the ones that didn't aren't going, we're not going around mad at y'all for doing it, but y'all literally mad at us for preferring a mask.
It's like the MAGA shit. That's how it
It's
was.
exactly like that.
Supporters was
It's
mad.
exactly like that. It's exactly.
Like, why y'all mad?
It's
We did
exactly.
shit to y'all.
Yeah, all we can do is sit back and watch at this point. Like, it ain't even about convincing nobody or nothing at this point. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And and maybe they might find a way to have to corner us to where we will as well. I keep saying they're gonna get us all eventually. I'm just holding out for as long as the fuck as I can. Because they're gonna I actually made the call yesterday because I was like, well, let me go ahead and see and get up my courage and finish as much major dental work as I can before the doctor stops seeing unpoked people altogether, right? So I was like, I'm gonna do this. Well, I call. Well, they put me on hold too long, and so I had to get courage to call in the first place. You put me on hold for 3 minutes. I ain't holding to make no appointment for that shit. So that's gonna get pushed further back. But I'm like, so I'm trying to think in years from now, how bad could my teeth get? You know what I mean?
And look, and now they like, you gotta get this booster.
Twice a year, girl. I want to believe it ain't gonna happen too, and so I'm gonna hold on to that. But with all these, and people ain't putting together, like, y'all don't wonder why people from the FDA and CDC are stepping down. Like, y'all, that don't make y'all no more curious. The very organizations that we supposed to trust got people at the top stepping down on this behind this bullshit. The FDA.
Oh yeah.
And that's not even nobody even talking about that. Like, 2 superiors at both the FDA and the CDC step down. Get off the phone. Get off the phone, Adele.
Okay, I'm gonna call you back.
Okay,
sis.
love you.
Love you too.
I love her so much. I love her so much. And it don't matter how far we are, how much space we have in between, or how long between the times we talk. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 5 months. It probably won't be 5 months. We can't live without talking to each other for that damn long. I think we went 2 months one time, though. Which don't count because she was on the road. And none of it counts when I was on the road with her because we were together all the time. And I want to see and hold and hug them again before they are forced to be jabbed. Before them or us are forced to be jabbed. I miss her so much. Things are going to change, but that's okay. That's okay. I love her so much.